Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? So I'm sitting here uploading videos. Alex had to stop at Costco and then he will be home. And then once he comes home, then I will probably move outside to finish this vlog. But Boo Radley just had some dinner and he is walking around. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye on him right now. Do you want to come over and say hi to everybody, honey? Come here. Do you come over here? Nope. He ran away. He said, nope. Come here, honey. Keeps on running away. I actually had a little iced coffee, but I put it in this mug because I bought this mug from Amazon and I hardly ever use it. So I thought, well, I'm gonna use this today for my vlog. I gotta start using the stuff that I have that I never use. So I have 2 more videos to upload. I filmed 5 videos today. I filmed a drama video, Peterisms video, review video, a TV video. He just texted me. He said, okay, he's on his way home from Costco. And a TV video and a Peter Does Stuff video. And in my Peter Does Stuff video, I showed the, come here, honey, come here. You want to say hi to everybody? Come here, sweetheart. Oh, he's just out of reach. He won't come over here. Come here, look, come here. Once his dad comes home, he'll never let me get on camera. He's having a good day today. He's having a good day today. Today is 2 weeks from the last time that he had a seizure. Come here, sweetheart. Yeah, oh, you gonna run away? Okay. So today is 2 weeks from the last seizure that he had when he had the cluster seizure. So hoping and praying that he makes it through tonight. I will feel much better once we make it past the 2-week mark. So I'm kind of like, you know, each and every day. But I filmed all these videos today and I got some good sleep last night. I fell asleep. So Alex and I have figured out like all the medicine stuff. I still I'm not asleep when he gives him his medicine. So Alex is doing the 6 o'clock dose. I'm doing a 2 o'clock dose, of course, and then between the 2 of us, we decide if we're gonna do the, and I'm also uploading 2 videos. Most of my videos, 3 of my videos are already uploaded, ready to post. Well, I think I posted one of them already. And then the other 2 videos, the Peterisms and the review video is still rendering. The Peterisms video, I have to, hold on a second, where is it at? Okay, the Peterisms video I have to upload and the review video I have to upload, so I'm doing that right now. I'm transferring it over here, and then once those videos are done, I've got all my videos done for the day. So yeah. Oh, but in my Peter Does Stuff video today, I showed the front porch, I showed everything, all the mums and everything from the front. Hey bud, come here, come here. I want you to say hi to everybody. He keeps on going right outside. Come here, honey. He keeps on walking right outside of the length of my arm. Should I just go pick him up so you guys can see him? Hold on just a second. Boo Radley, do you want to say hi to everybody, honey? Come here. What are you doing? You want to come say hi to everybody? He said, I guess so. He said, I'm doing okay today, Dad. You want to say hi to everybody? He said, I'm going to say hi to everybody. Say hi, everybody. He said, thank you so much for all of your kind words. He said, I'm doing okay today. You doing good? He said, yeah, I'm doing good. I can't wait for my dad to come home, though. You having some walks today? You went outside? You did? Oh, you tired? Did you have lots of treats today? You just ate your dinner? Did you have treats? Mm-hmm. You had lots of treats, and you walked outside, and you said hi to Mrs. and her husband. And you saw a couple dogs. Did you roll around in the grass? He said, I did. I was being funny. He literally rolled around in the grass. It was so cute. Okay, there you go. I can tell you're getting a little antsy. There you go. But he's doing good today, and he did good last night. The walking at night is getting less and less and less. Tracking it has been really, really helpful to me, keeping notes. So I'm keeping the hours that he starts walking until he stops. And so I feel like this is out of focus. Is it out of focus? I can't even see. Hold on a second. No, it's not. It's really helped because when I look back on the nights before, it's he paced for 4 or 5, 6 hours. And last night, he paced for 2.5 hours, so it wasn't bad. But Alex is doing the 6 o'clock one. So I went to bed about 5 last night, but I couldn't fall asleep right away. Boo Radley was asleep. Alex gave him his medicine at 6, and then he was up for about a half an hour after that. I fell asleep, and right as he was back in bed, Alex put in his little bed, and he would walk around the end of the bed and whatever, his little purple bed. And then, oh, you're coming back to see me? Are you coming back? Now you want to be back on camera? You want to say hi to everybody again? He's just walking around. And so then I slept until about 12:30 today. I didn't get great sleep, but I got a good amount of sleep. So, and then we're kind of going back and forth. Is he going upstairs? I think he's going upstairs. And then we're going back and forth between, see, it is going out of focus, isn't it? Every time I put on my glasses, it's not out of focus. We're going back and forth between who gives him the 10 o'clock dose. So that's been really, really helpful, because before, when I was giving it to at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then anyway, and he's on a set schedule now, so I think this will help him. He seems like he's been a lot better the last 2 days. So yeah, what is the pacing last night? Let me look him up. I have it underneath here on my notes called Boo's. He went upstairs. Pretty normal, but tired yesterday. He just ran up the stairs. Oh, there he is. He just popped. I guess he ran down the stairs. He just popped down here. Okay. Oh, when we got back from marriage counseling, he was still asleep. So we got him up and he ate his food. We took him outside. Lots of treats. Ate food. Ate good last night. He walked from like 11 p.m. to like 1:30 a.m. and then he went to sleep. I took him out and then it said he went right to his bed. One of the things that we're noticing though, and this is just kind of happened, Alex said he noticed it like a week or two ago. I just noticed it last night, is his right eye seems really, really cloudy. We have a call into the vet, but she hasn't called us back yet. So, oh, I was gonna put this video up. I started looking at it last night and I was like, I looked up like one thing and I was like, no, just wait till the vet. But apparently it's like, it can be like blindness or something. It's just one of his eyes that looks that way. And so, but I was thinking about it last night because he doesn't circle a lot, but when he circles, it's usually at night. And so, everybody's been like, oh, it's a neurological thing. It's related to the neurological issues. It's related to the seizures and all this kind of stuff. And I don't know, I just didn't feel like that. My doctor, our vet, had said, oh, both of the videos are done now. Okay, great. Do you hear it? You can kind of hear it in the background when it goes off. So anyway, oh, let me do this really quick before I get into this. Okay. Peter Osmond's video. Turn the volume down. Okay. Okay. So when I was thinking about it last night, I was watching him when I took him outside, and I noticed that like when he is like in the light of the houses, he doesn't like do it at all. Like he walks a straight line, he sniffs and stuff. Are you coming back over here to say hi? Do you want to come say hi to all the people? Oh, nope, he's running away again. But when he's like in the dark, like under the trees and stuff like that, like he circles a little bit and almost kind of like he can't see. And I thought maybe it was like night blindness or something, like as he was getting older, but it kind of looks like maybe he's going blind in this eye, which that happens to a lot of older dogs. I mean, I've heard like a lot of people say that in the past. Friends of ours and stuff will talk about their dogs going blind in one eye, or some of them in both eyes. But for some reason, I was thinking about Morty the Misfit. Do you guys know who Morty the Misfit is? He's this little Chihuahua dog that I followed on Instagram for years. I think he's on TikTok too, but I follow him on Instagram because I'm not on the TikTok. And I followed him for years, right? Well, Morty walks in circles. Well, Morty only has one eye, and so he can only see out of one eye, so he always is constantly like walking in circles. And I thought, well, maybe this isn't a neurological thing at all. I mean, the seizures obviously are, but maybe with the blindness. Oh, Alex just got home. Maybe that's why he's been walking in circles some nights, because he doesn't do it I mean, he walks around here, but like he'll go down but I'm talking about circles. Like maybe it's because he can't really see, and so he always is going to one side because he can't see, So, I don't know, but we got to call into our vet about that to see what's going on with all that. But Alex is coming inside, so I think since Alex is coming inside, I'm going to give him a little update, and then I will move out to the front porch, and I will finish my vlog while Alex is, I'm washing all the bedding to put the new Halloween bedding on the bed tonight or tomorrow, we'll see. So I'm gonna give Alex a little update, and then I will be back on the front porch in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. A lot has happened since I've been gone. One of which is that I was gonna say I just flew out here. I did. I whipped my wings out and I flew out. There's a bug around my face. I just came outside, and as I was coming out the front door, I saw a bird fly out of Fernalicious. So I'm like, I just watered her a couple days ago. She had no nest in there. So is Birdalicious building a nest in Fernalicious? Fernalicious and Farrah are supposed to stay with me. until at least November, and then they're going next door to my neighbor's house next door, where she's going to foster them for the winter. And that's so nice of her. I asked her, I was like, let me pay you, and she's like, no, I'll just keep them. She's like, I love, if I can keep them. She said she's tried ferns before, and she doesn't do very well with ferns, but all of her plants are like gorgeous and huge. So that was the one thing, is that we have Birdalicious trying to build a nest in Fernalicious. So she better just stay away from Fernalicious. She better just stay away. Then right now I'm currently uploading a Cameo. I'm finishing a Cameo right now because, I think it just got done. Did it just get done? Hold on a second. It's not showing that it's done. Did it not get done? Oh, it did get done. Because I was going through my Cameos, I have a bunch right now, and I was going through them. I have 7 days to finish a Cameo, and so, I try to do like a couple of them a day, and I try to do my Cameos, make them like 4 to 6. Some of them go like at times out at 10 minutes. I didn't realize that until I did an entire, and Cameo, as much as I love doing them, is not the greatest app in the entire world, because sometimes like it doesn't upload my video all the way, and then I have to do an entirely new video. But the other day I did like, somebody asked me for like, they're talking about grief and stuff, and so I was sharing some stories, I was giving some suggestions of things that people had given me and whatever. And so it got to like the 10-minute mark, and it timed out at 10 minutes, and then it like deleted the whole video that I filmed, and I had to refilm the Cameo. I mean, that's literally like a video that I upload on my channel. I had done like my Cameos are usually not that long. They're usually somewhere between about 4 and 6 minutes. Which is funny because when I watch other people's Cameos, they're real short. Like the one that I got from Sheena Shea for Alex's birthday, I don't even know how much I paid for that, you guys. It was literally like $300 or something. It was ridiculous. And he was like, okay, but he loved the other one that he got better. Hers was like 3.5 minutes long, and it was really funny, and it was really nice. Sheena Shea's was like 30 seconds, and she got the whole thing wrong. Like, she did it to me instead of for Alex, and my directions were very, like, if you're gonna book a Cameo, the longer the instructions are, the more specific they are, the better that it is for me. If there's like a name, like you can put in here like pronouns and stuff. If the name is kind of ambiguous, it like helps me. If you say like, this is for my sister, or this is for my friend, this is for my, like this person I just did was somebody that they worked with, and they said that, and they're like, I used to work with this, but they explained the whole situation. That's like really helpful for me, because the more information, the more, it's easier for me. The thing that's hard is sometimes people will go in here and they'll book it, and then they'll come back and they'll message me more information, but it's hard for me to go back and forth. I can't do that when I'm doing the Cameo, so I have to like go in there and read it and then like write down some stuff. But I love doing them so much. But I was going through there today, and there was 2 birthdays that were on today, and I was like, okay, I want to make sure that these people get their Cameos on their birthday. So I did those Cameos. Then I got all my other videos uploaded. So all 5 videos are posted so far. My drama video, Peterisms, my review video, my TV video, and my Peter Does Stuff channel video. Those are all, hey, how are you?
Good, yourself?
Good. Those are already uploaded. And then Alex was taking the trash out, so, and he had like Boo Radley upstairs, and he was like taking Boo out while he was doing the trash and stuff. So I put the bedding on the bed, the new bedding. But I'm washing, so we really like to have a fleece blanket on the bed at night, because I like it. Alex sometimes will just like move it over, and then he just, I said the treadmill the other day, I almost said the tripod. Oh, by the way, and I know I've asked this before, but for anybody out there that, and I'm not just talking like you bought it and you used it one time. I'm talking about like somebody that really uses it on a regular basis. And I do want to say this, when I ask for suggestions like this, like I read through the suggestions, and then sometimes I buy it that night. So I don't really know how else to say it than this, because people have been very, very nice and DM'd me some things. Please don't ever, like anything that I mention in my video, please do not like go and buy it and send it to me. I think it's so nice, and I really, really appreciate it. But like, I'm probably going to go and buy it that night. It means the world to me that people do that kind of stuff, but I just want to say that. So, and I mean that 100%. Please don't. And if you're thinking about it, please message me first and be like, have you already purchased this or whatever? Because I just don't want people to spend their hard-earned money. You don't ever send me anything. You don't have to ever send me. It means a lot when people do, but when people, you know, they just watching my videos and leaving me comments, and like you guys sending me funny DMs, or like just reaching out and being like, I hope Boo's okay. Like, that means the world to me. Don't ever, 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 and I mean this, feel like you have to send me anything. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. But I just want to say that, because now I'm like, anything I mention in my video, I'm like, if I say like, oh, I'm looking at like I'm tripod. Well, I am looking at tripods. Don't send me a tripod. But if I say like I'm looking for what do you call it, like a walking pad, I don't want people to be like, oh, I love this walking pad, I want to buy it for Peter. It means the world to me when people do that, but please do not spend your hard-earned money on it. Okay, I can afford anything that I need to buy. So anyway, that being said, I think it's so sweet when people do that. I think it's very, very, and people usually reach out to me first, and then I feel bad, and I'm like, please don't do that. You didn't have to do that. And they're like, well, it's already sent. It's on its way. And then I feel bad, but thank you. I appreciate it. It means the world to me. So I just want to say that I'm looking for a walking pad. What is the best, if you're somebody that like regularly uses a walking pad, what's a walking pad that you love? I do not want one that like for a desk, because I'm not somebody that's going to stand at a desk and work. I just want a walking pad that, I think actually Stacy emailed me one. Stacy or somebody else emailed me the one they used. But if a couple people could tell me which ones they like, I don't want to go above like $200. But if there's like a walking pad that you can kind of like just slide under, like we could slide it underneath our dining room table, and I could pull it out to use. We've got some area over there that I could put it, or you can fold it up and put it wherever. I don't want like a massive treadmill in my living room, okay? But for when it gets colder outside and it's raining and things like that, if you guys have like a walking pad that you love, let me know. But I don't want like where it has the sides and the arms and stuff like that. So please put that in the comment section below. And then I'm going to purchase one probably tonight or tomorrow, because I feel like I need to get going on that. I did a whole video about Shane Dawson. He's doing like this walking challenge, and he's walking like 40 to 70,000 steps or something a day, but I don't think I'll ever get up to that. But I thought, like, at least then I don't have an excuse. Like, if it's cold outside, I can't in my head be like, okay, well, I'm not going to do that. And if I'm watching my shows at night, like Alex is asleep upstairs, I can walk and watch my shows while I'm walking and stuff like that. So, I do want to get a walking pad. I think going into this winter, we're supposed to kind of have a bad winter in Indianapolis. I don't know if that's the case, but speaking of weather, I do want to say this. For all of you guys down there in Florida that are in, and I think by the time that I'm filming this, it's like, it's starting, but for all of you guys that are in the way of Hurricane Milton, please, 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 please be safe. I know a lot of people are evacuating. I have like a lot of friends in sobriety and people that I've known since high school and stuff that are in Florida, and like one of my friends that was friends with all the way through elementary and high school and stuff like that, she posted that she and her husband took their dogs to and their son to a shelter, and I know a lot of people are evacuating. I actually read this whole article last night about, I think it's the Tampa Bay Aquarium, and they were moving like the penguins and like this coral that's almost extinct that they have there. They're like moving it to other aquariums, like the Miami Aquarium. And things like that. So please, please, please be safe. This is supposed to be, like, I think one of the worst storms in 100 years. And I'm just really, really worried for people down there. I think it's, you know, in Indiana, we get tornado warnings and heavy snow and ice. But even in the last couple of years, I mean, when I was growing up, we got like a lot of tornadoes that came through. We don't get them as bad as they do like in the plains, but we still get tornadoes in the Midwest. But like blizzards and ice storms and stuff like that can hit our city. But I think it's like, I don't know what it's like to be like in a tropical storm like that, or a hurricane. I have no idea. And I can just imagine from what I see online, and it looks terrifying. And on the heels of Hurricane Helene coming through and people losing their lives and their homes and everything else, I just want you to know I'm sending lots of love and positivity to you guys. And even if you don't believe in prayer, I heavily believe in prayer. I saw some friends of mine putting prayer circles together online today, like around the people in the storm. So I just want you to know I'm sending you lots of prayers, and please, please, please be safe as much as you can. And I can't even imagine, like I was seeing people, like I said about my friend, going and evacuating, and I can't even imagine what that would be like. Just to like, I mean, okay, we left our house for one night when the ice storm shut down our electricity. I'm talking about leaving your house not knowing if you're coming back to a house, you know, leaving because you're trying to save your life. It's so scary to me. And like I was saying, like up here we deal with something completely different. I don't have, just like people that live in Florida that have never been in snow before, probably have no idea what like ice storms and blizzards are like. I can't even imagine, and it's got to be so scary and terrifying. And I was talking to a friend of mine that lives in Florida and just telling them that I hope that they're okay. And they were like, we're good. We're kind of like out of the line of it, but like we'll probably be affected, like our electricity and whatever. And they were like, but I feel bad even saying that because of all the people that were devastated by Helene. So I just want you guys to know that I'm really thinking about you and sending lots of love and prayers out to you. So yeah, I'm worried to see what happens in the next 24 hours. Looks so scary. Okay, so yeah, so I was doing those cameos and getting those done, and then I changed the bedding on the bed to the Halloween bedding. Was I talking about this? Yeah. So we like to have a fleece blanket on top of the bed, like the bedspread or the comforter, and then we like to have a fleece blanket on it. We rotate between the one I got at Costco that's like, it's like a very navy, grayish blue, and like a white. That one I just put in the washing machine, so I'm washing that. And then the other one is the one that I used to put, I had the smaller one. Oh, I need to bring that out here. That's like the Pendleton, but it's like fleece. And it's like green and blue and orange. I love that one. But it won't go with like the ghosties that I bought. Well, so I put the sheets on. I'll just tell you about those Betsy Johnson sheets, probably why they weren't that expensive. They're cheaply made. Somebody said to me on my comments, they said, I bought those Betsy Johnson sheets or some Betsy Johnson sheets, and they said they were so excited about them and they didn't like them because they put like, what they call them? They said that they pillowed or something quickly, but like, I put them on, and I mean, as I was putting them on, I thought they were going to rip. They're super, super cheaply made. And I was like, oh, well, we're going to have these on for a week. And then they're like, I mean, they're just bad. They're not, they're really cheaply made sheets, and they don't even feel comfortable. But they're cute. They're cute on the bed. So I put those on, and then I put the gray comforter that we have down there that I just washed a little bit ago. I put it back on there. And then, because I put the Ghosty comforter on, and the Ghosty comforter, which is a king-size comforter, our bed's like a king-size or a California king, it doesn't even reach over the sides of the comforter. So, I mean, it's maybe like a queen plus. So I was like, I don't know what to do. Now, the print is really cute, and it comes with two pillow shams. So I put the pillowcases from the Betsy Johnson sheets on the pillows, and then I put the pillow shams that are the Ghosties on, like, over the next, so we have two pillows on either side. And then I put the Ghosty comforter at the end. It's cute. It's okay. I'm not as excited about it as I was. Because the sheets aren't that comfortable. My bed is like my safe place. I love to get in bed at night. Like last night I was laying in bed and little Boo Radley was, this is before he got his medicine. And I was laying there from like 5 to 6. And I was on my back. My shoulder. I did something. I don't know if I'm so stressed out. I feel like I'm talking like a mile a minute right now. I probably need some caffeine. This is like, I've had this today as far as caffeine. A little bit of iced coffee before, and then this. Can I just tell you that as cute as this cup is, it's completely nonsensical. It makes no sense. It's a really cute cup, don't you think? It's ridiculous. You can't even drink coffee out of it. I made a hot coffee, and it like flowed over because it's so small. And that was on the medium size of the Keurig cup. And then this was so hot that it was like, I kept on burning my fingers on it. It's like, this cup is like more of like a pretty cup for a teacup party or something. It's not realistic, but anyway. For iced coffee, I can hold it like this. So, here, this will be my thumbnail. Nice little thumbnail, don't you think? So anyway, what was I gonna say? So yeah, so when the fleece bedspread, or the fleece blanket gets done, I'll put that back on the bed. So it's in the washer right now. I don't remember what I was going to say. My dad was texting me about, he probably did text me back. He was asking me about Boo Radley. And he's asking about his eye. So, we'll probably hear back from the vet. Alex will either hear from her while I'm vlogging, or she'll call us back first thing in the morning. I mean, it's not immediate. I mean, he can still see fine. He was like running up and down the stairs, and he was so excited when Boo Radley, or when Alex came in and stuff like that. He can still see fine. I don't know, and maybe it's just, you know, related to the seizures or the medication. I don't know. I'm not going to jump to conclusions. I'm definitely, I got online for like a little bit. I was like, no, you need to stay off this stuff. Like my vet said, Peter, don't be getting online reading that stuff. So I don't know what the eye's about, but it looks like real cloudy. And it also kind of makes sense, but it's just one eye. And so it makes sense because like when he is like at night, like I can tell at night he can't see as great as that he can see during the day. So yeah, that's where we're at. I feel like I'm forgetting something else I wanted to say. Uploaded my videos, did the cameos. What else? Changed the bedspread, did all that. Yeah. I was talking about, there's HOA drama. Y'all want to know the HOA drama? I'll tell you the HOA drama, but you have to wait, okay? Because first I'm going to tell you about the TV shows. So Alex said to me tonight, he goes, we have New York tonight. He's like really on this New York kick. I don't know what it is. Like, I like New York. I like the Real Housewives of New York. I love the new cast. I didn't love the old cast, but I did like some of the old cast through the years. But I either like really liked them or I really didn't like them. There really weren't that many that I was kind of indifferent to. Like Sonia Morgan, I've never really liked. Like Carol Radswell, I always liked, but nobody else liked her. I don't know why. Luann, I've liked Luann. That sounds like an interesting bird or something, doesn't it? Sound like squeaks. But he was like, we have New York tonight, right? I'm like, yeah, but it's not on until like 8 or 9. He's like, we can watch it. I was like, what is this, like, hurry to watch New York? I'd rather watch Salt Lake City. But we have to wait till they're both out. They both come out tonight. So that is... Oh, wait, my dad's texting me again. My dad texted me, how old is Peter? He meant Boo. And I'm going to be funny. I'm going to say, I'm 52. But Boo, my dad's gonna be like, you're an asshole. But Boo is 15. So my TV shows that I have to watch tonight are Real Housewives of New York, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Big Brother, but I don't think it's on tonight. I think it's not until tomorrow. Oh, Survivor and The Golden Bachelorette come out tonight, so those will be on after midnight. And then what else comes on tonight? It's the 9th, so what comes on the 10th? Caddo Lake comes on at Max. But that might not come on until... when it says like the 10th, I don't know if that means like 3 a.m. on the 10th, or if that means like tomorrow, sometimes the afternoon. And then also The Hunt for the Chameleon Killer comes out on AMC on the 10th, but I don't know when. Oh, Sweet Pea starts today. I'm having a hard time finding how to watch Sweet Pea. I mean, I have every streaming app in the world. So Sweet Pea is supposed to be like a comedy thriller. I'll tell you what it's on right here. Sweet Pea. It's going to be on, it says 10/12, but it's supposed to start tonight. First episode date, it says October 14th. On Sling. I don't have Sling. Where do you watch it? How to watch Sweet Pea. It's going to be Sky subscription in the UK. All 6 episodes will be available on demand from October 10th with linear channel Sky Atlantic. I don't know what that means. Maybe I'll get it on Apple. I don't know, but I'm going to watch Sweet Pea. Do you guys know what this is about? Rhiannon Lewis doesn't make much of an impression. People walk past her in the streets without a second glance. That is until she is pushed over the edge and loses control and Rhiannon's life transforms. And it's with the girl that played, like, the main star. I can't remember what her name is. It says on here. Because I didn't realize it was her. Hold on. Elle Purnell. She's, like, the main star in Yellow Jackets, which I love that show so much. That girl. So, anyway, one of the main stars of Yellow Jackets. She's dead now. But anyway, now, people ask me not to talk about 1,000-Pound Sisters on other channels other than my Peter Watches TV channel. So if you want to hear me do 1,000-Pound Sisters, there's like, please don't ruin it because we don't watch it in the UK till 2 days. So I was like, okay, I respect that. I didn't even think about that. So I watched 1,000-Pound Sisters last night, and I did my full coverage over. It's like 27, 28 minutes. It's over my Peter Watches TV channel. I watched that last night, and then what else did I watch last night? Well, I know what I ended up watching. I talked to Tanya on the phone forever last night. She called me at like, oh God, I forgot. Alex and I watched this movie last night. I'll talk about that in just a second. But Tanya like called me while we were watching the movie, and then halfway through I took Boo Radley out, so I called her back and she didn't answer, and then we got done with the movie, and then I talked to her, and I was like, how are you feeling? Because she didn't feel great yesterday, and she's like, I am not feeling great. She was like, she went with her friend on Saturday night to go hear this country band, her friend and her niece, to go hear this country band on the south side. And she said the whole night she was like sitting, like she felt like this air conditioner vent was like right on her. And she's like, I haven't felt great since then because I feel like I'm getting sick. So last night she said she felt a little bit better. She said she started watching From, and so her husband and her son went out to dinner last night, and so she wasn't feeling good, so she didn't go. Because we didn't go to the meeting, she didn't go out to dinner. So anyway, they went out to dinner, and so she was watching she's trying to get caught up. She's on episode 2, and she was like, I got so scared, I had to I was like almost going to turn it off, and she was like, because I was so scared, I had to turn on all the lights in the house, and have the dogs around me and stuff, and she goes, I had all the dogs around me, and then all of a sudden, she said the dogs started barking, and I freaked out, and she was like, but her son Nick came in, and he was like, Mom, and she was like, oh my God, what? And he was like, turn it off, I haven't watched it yet, I don't want it, because he loves the show from, so she was telling me about that. What else did I watch last night? That was it. Caught up on Dragula. This season of Dragula is so good. It is so good. Okay, so Alex and I, he was heating up some stuff from dinner last night. Did he order food last night? Oh, he got pizza last night. He wanted pizza last night. So I just had some stuff in the fridge, and so I got some stuff together. I was like, do you want to watch something? He's like, we don't have anything to watch. I was like, we can watch Schitt's Creek. And he was like, well, I said, are you going to be down here that long? Because he was going to go upstairs and watch some TV. And he goes, but I don't know what I'm going to start. And I said, well, I was going to watch a movie tonight. I have several movies I want to watch, okay? Like scary movies. Here, I made a list. I want to watch Strange Darling, which I think I can watch it somewhere for free, or you can rent it for $19.99. It's about a serial killer. I watched the trailer last night, and it looks so good. But I feel like it's on HBO Max or somewhere for free. No, you have to pay $19.99. I may do that anyway, because I really want to watch that. Let me get at it. Okay, my movies that I want to watch. Tell me if you've watched these movies and what you think. Strange Darling. Terrifier 3 is coming out. I think it's maybe out already. I haven't seen Terrifier 2. My friend Nikki and her whole family, they think that movies are they're so funny. She's like, oh my God, I think they're so funny. I'm like, Art the Clown is scary as hell. I think those Terrifier movies I think they are so scary. Alex won't even watch them, because he's like, no, that guy scares the hell out of me. I'm not watching it. My dad just texted me back. What did he say? My dad's being really sweet. He was like, we love you guys and appreciate what you're going through. He was telling me about his other dog. Little Yorkie that they had. Oh. They have a Yorkie now. This little Yorkie that they had before. And she started losing her sight. Ooh, it just felt like it tightened up. That made me so happy to feel like it tightened up. Okay, so my movie list. Terrifier 2. Late Night with the Devil. Has anybody watched that one? Beetlejuice. Trap. I've heard really bad things about Beetlejuice. About Trap. But Mel said Beetlejuice was really good. Everybody that I've heard that's seen the new Beetlejuice said it was great. I have to be honest with you. I mean, I think Tanya and Nikki both said they haven't seen the original Beetlejuice. And I was like, how did you not see the original Beetlejuice? I feel like I've seen it a bunch. It's never been one of my favorite movies. I know that that's not a popular thing, but I've never I like it. It's an okay movie. I've never been a diehard Beetlejuice fan. So if I see it, I see it. I don't but it's on my list because I'd like to see it. If I'm going to watch it, I'd like to watch it during Halloween. Trap, that's with Josh Hartnett. And I saw the TV Glow. But I watched the trailer for I Saw the TV Glow last night. I think it's on HBO Max for free. And it looked really bizarre. Has anybody watched it? Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. I watched the TV Glow. The other one, so there's a whole list that I came up with that I want to watch. I want to watch The Substance. It's not even out in movie theaters yet. It's with Demi Moore. I guess it's Demi Moore. But it's not even out yet. And it has something to do with, this drug you take that makes you, age, back, you get into, I don't know. I don't really understand it. But it's, anti-aging kind of thing. I have a couple other movies that I need to look into. But those are the new ones that I want to see so far. And I have to watch Lady in White because that was this week's movie for the movie club. So I'll either watch that tonight or tomorrow. So let me know what you think about those movies or any scary movies that you would recommend. Tanya last night, I said to her, we were talking about different TV shows. I was like, I just want a TV show like Dark Winds or something that I can just sink my teeth into and I can binge because it's so good. And she texted me and she said, have you watched Found? It's good. And I said, no, I'll check it out. This was after we got off the phone. And so I didn't really know what I was going to watch last night. And so I looked it up and, I actually put it on my Instagram, so I think I have the poster saved in my phone. Hold on a second. Here's my video that I was uploading. I can delete that. Okay, here it is. So this is Found. And it's, this woman owns, I don't really know what you would call, I actually should look it up because they call it something, a recovery, not like recovery like addiction, like recovery unit. And she's like a PR, anyway, she's got all these people working for her that are on like computers and stuff, but all of them at some point or another have been like kidnapped or taken or they're missing. And so what she does is she finds missing people that the police, she kind of works in coordination with the police, but not really. She does things that the police can't do because like she'll go into somebody's house and the police are like, we can't do that without a warrant. She's like, I don't care. So I watched the first, I think 3 episodes last night. You guys, it is so good. It reminds me very much of like CSI or it reminds me a little bit of Criminal Minds that I've watched so far. Where it's like a unit of people trying to, like each case is different, but then there's like ongoing stories. I don't usually like that kind of show. Oh, I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me a little bit of Truth Be Told, with Octavia Spencer that they canceled on Apple TV. Why they canceled that show, I will never know. It is so good, the Octavia Spencer show, Truth Be Told. That show is so good. I don't know why they canceled it. But anyway, so I started watching it last night. I was like, oh my God, this is so good. It was so funny. I posted on Instagram and somebody DM'd me and they go, I told you to watch this, it would be good. And I was like, I don't remember anybody telling me to watch this show, so somebody probably did, but I didn't remember. But thank you for mentioning it to me. But Tanya said it to me last night. I was like, I've never even heard of this show before. Sometimes she kind of like sends me in the direction of some shows. I'm like, I'm not really into this. I was telling her, I was like, oh, because this is what we were talking about. I was like, I don't know what to start next. Like, should I start Ozark? And I was like, she's like, you would really like Ozark. She's like, the characters would remind you of a lot of people in recovery. And then I said something about Yellowstone. She loves Yellowstone. And she was like, I was like, I kind of want to wait till winter. It's more of a winter show. And she goes, is it? And I go, well, I mean, there's a lot of snow. And she goes, well, a lot of it takes place in the summer too. And I go, Tanya, I just feel like it's more of a winter show. And she, probably because Alex was watching it while I was laying in bed and it was snowing outside. Well, it hardly snowed last year, but it was cold outside. By the way, like I said this in my vlog yesterday, we're at that part of Indiana where it's like during the day you have to have the air conditioning on and at night you have to have the heat on. It is the last 2 nights we've had to turn the heat on, and our heat turned off last night. Like I went and I checked it. I was like, I don't hear it running, and it was getting kind of cold in the house. So I looked, and it was like flashing. And so I went in the basement, and I looked, and it was flashing red. So I was like, I just replaced the filter. It can't be that. So I Google searched, like, what does a red flashing light on a furnace mean? And it said, it means that you either, like, it had like 3 things. But the one, it said, you need to replace your filter. So I, like, turned the heater off. I, like, replaced the filter. I actually bought new filters last night on Amazon. They already came today. And I bought, because I know that they're, like, 1621, 16/20/1, I think is what they are. I have it written down in my notes app, since people are like, what do you keep in your notes app? Filter. I thought I had it in here. 16. Maybe I don't have it written down in here. Well, anyway, the new box came today. I think it's like 5 or 6 of them. So I replaced like a month ago. It really wasn't that dirty. I mean, it was dirty, but it wasn't like horribly dirty. And I replaced it and I turned it back on and it went on right away. And it's been fine. So I guess it was just the filter. I don't know. But I started watching this Found show last night. It is so good. Yeah, and I love the main character, this woman that like, so she was kidnapped with this other woman, and then they were held by this kidnapper. There's kind of like a twist to the show. Like everybody's kind of hiding a secret, but you don't really know what their secret is until like the end of the first episode. But kind of like some secrets are revealed over time throughout the show. Has anybody watched it? I never even like heard it. I guess a couple people reached out to me and told me to watch it, but I don't remember that, or I would have put it on my list. Like when people recommend shows to me, I'll like go and look at it, and if it looks like something that I'm interested in, I add it to my list. Like I think I added Longmire because somebody like shows to binge. Where is it at? I think I added Longmire in here, the last show I put was, yeah, Longmire was the last show. Daryl Dixon season 2, Criminal Minds, You, The Midnight Club, Mom. So I love this couple with their little wiener dog. It's so cute that they always walk out here. She's just like this. So yeah, so tonight we'll probably watch Housewives. I'm going to attempt to take a nap. My naps have been, when I lay down and take a nap, it's been more of me just like for an hour, hour and a half, just like laying there kind of with my eyes closed. It's been nice. It's been relaxing. And Boo has not, like I was saying earlier, the pacing hasn't been as bad as it was. The camera stopped. He just hit my mailbox. He just rode down the street on his bike and hit my mailbox. There's always little kids, and I don't see any parents or grandparents. I mean, these kids were literally like 4. And then the one that hit my mailbox is probably like 8 or 9. Where are the parents or the grandparents? Usually when you see kids like that, they're like riding behind them or they're walking behind them. I don't hear any parents or grandparents. I hear somebody talking. Maybe this is coming. They were riding pretty far ahead of them. The 2 kids were like on those bikes that looked like big wheel tires. 2 little kids. And the other guy was, the other kid that smacked he was on a bike. Oh yeah, there's the parents right there. Oh, they got one in a stroller too, little girl. They have 4 kids. That's expensive and a lot. That's a lot of energy. No TV shows. God. I feel for you parents out there. I do. It's a lot of work. So tonight, I'm going to watch Housewives with Alex if he wants to watch it. And then I'm going to watch Found. That's my new show. And then, I don't know what. Probably one of those shows if they come on after midnight. You know I love my TV shows late at night. Okay, so last night, Alex was like... I was like, do you want to watch Schitt's Creek? He wasn't really in the mood to watch Schitt's Creek last night. He remembers like every episode. I don't remember like well, no, we did watch an episode of Schitt's Creek. We watched the one where David gets a job bagging groceries at the grocery store. I don't remember, I mean, I vaguely, but like Alex remembers every line because he's watched them so many times. So I was like, well, do you want to watch a movie? And he was like, he said, what are you going to watch? And I said, well, I was going to watch a movie, and then after I was going to lay down and take a nap for a little bit and then get up and watch some shows. And he was like, well, what movie were you going to watch? I had seen a lot about this online. Somebody sent it to me and said that it was a good movie and I should watch it. So I was like, are there any new shows that came out on Netflix? I'm pulling up my Netflix. Let's see what the top 10 is today. Nobody Wants This. Alex watched that. I don't think I would like it. Love is Blind. Perfect Couple. Yellow Jackets. If you've never watched... How many seasons are on here? If you've never watched Yellow Jackets... Does it just have 1 season? Oh, it just has 1 season. There's 2 seasons out so far. If you've never watched Yellow Jackets, it is so good. And then this documentary called Mr. McMahon. Vince McMahon turned WWE into an entertainment juggernaut with superstar stunts and scandals. This docuseries explores the mogul's controversial reign. I don't really know if I care about that, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm sure I probably should, but I don't know that I know enough about it to care. Okay, and then the movie that we watched was called... Oh, Sing. Is this Sing 2? I wanted to see Sing 2. I don't think we watched... No, this is the original one. I like that movie. That's cute. It's number 3. What is the platform 2? A new method tries to guarantee food from top to bottom in the pit. But is there like a platform 1? What's the platform 1? These look like those movies, The Cube. She's just walking down the street listening to her little AirPods. A slab of food descends down a vertical facility. The residents above eat heartily, leaving those below starving and desperate. Oh, this looks gross to me. Is it good? I don't know that I could do that. Okay, so the movie that we watched is called, what is this? Trouble, recently added. In this thrilling crime comedy, a man wrongly accused of murder escapes from prison to find the real killer. Who's it with? I can maybe watch that. It looks good. The Garfield movie's on. The Mechanic with Jason what's his, how do you pronounce it? Statham. He's so good looking, isn't Jason Statham so good looking? People all the time tell me I look just like Jason Statham. Never once has anybody ever said that to me. Never once. Do you want to know? I mean, people don't really ever say I look like anybody anymore. But these are the people that people have told me in the past that I look like. Well, more recently, since my hair is white and I have the beard, I get that... Is it Paul Hollywood? Is that his name? If people tell me... People don't usually tell me anymore who I look like. They're not like, oh my god, do you know who you look like? Is that Paul Hollywood? Is that his name? Yeah, here he is. This is who people tell me that I look like. This Paul Hollywood guy. Is he on a baking show or something? Is that what he is? Great British Bake Off. Yeah, people all the time tell me I look like him. They're like, you look just like Paul Hollywood. I'm like, okay. I don't think I look anything like him, except for that we both have white hair and a beard. I think he is much better looking than me. Yeah, I don't think we look a lot alike. How old is he, though? Are people trying to age shame me? He's a good looking guy. He's a really good looking guy. 58 years old. What is this? Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, I wish I looked like that. Oh my God. I wish I looked like that. Back in the day, before I had white hair, people told me I looked like, are you ready for this? It makes no sense, these two comparisons. Well, okay, back in the day, people told me I looked like a young Mel Gibson. I used to get that a lot. And they would say my nose, which I don't know what that means. But then people would say, like when I had dark hair. And then people would say that I look like I've gotten Zach Galifianakis before, which he's on Only Murders in the Building this season. I don't see Zach Galifianakis at all. And then the older person that people used to tell me that I looked a lot like, I have not seen him in years, is Johnny Knoxville from, what do you call it? Here he is. Ooh, he's got, well, not today, like with this white hair. He's older than me, he's 53. But this is like him with like white hair. But they would tell me like before he had white hair, because it was before I had white hair, that they would tell me that I look like him. I don't think I look anything, he looks kind of like a friend of mine, but I don't think I look anything like Johnny Knoxville. Anyway, I always think everybody looks like somebody. People always tell me that my husband, it's so funny because the people be like, your husband reminds me of Mauricio Umansky, Kyle Richards' kind of husband or whatever he is now. Or they separate or now they're saying they're getting back together. I don't know. But whenever I say that to Tanya, I'll be like, yeah, people on video say that Alex reminds him of Mauricio. She's like, in person, he doesn't look anything like Mauricio. She's like, he's better looking than Mauricio. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. And she's like, but he sounds just like Mauricio. He does sound just like Mauricio. She's like, but I don't see that at all. So, anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, so we watched this movie last night. I forgot that this was... Okay. So the movie is called... It was trendy at like number 2 or something. It's number 5 now. It's What's Inside. It has the girl, Alicia. Her name's Alicia in real life. Alicia Debnam Carey. She's in Fear the Walking Dead. She plays Alicia in Fear the Walking Dead. So it's a mysterious party game unleashes mind-blowing mayhem at a reunion of college frenemies and the psychological thriller where nobody is who they seem. Okay, so Alex and I watched this last night. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but just to give you, I mean, this will not ruin it. But I said to Alex, I was going to watch this. I've heard a lot of people online say it's really good. He goes, I've heard the same thing. I was like, okay, well, let's watch it. So we started watching it. It's about this guy's getting married. And so like 9 years ago, they were all in college. And so he invites all of his friends to the wedding, but like the night before, because his fiancée is doing something else. And so it's like a reunion of this like party that was like 8 years ago that night or something like that. I don't know why it's weird. Anyway. So then this one friend that they don't think is going to show up, this all happens like in the first 10 minutes. First of all, the conversation's very weird. And I don't know. Like, I think part of it is that I'm not 28 to 30 anymore. I'm like 52. And so, I mean, I don't know, maybe I would have related to it in my 20s, but it's a lot of them like, it's kind of that conversation that you have, like, you know when you, like, see people you haven't seen in, like, 10 years, like, after high school or college, and it's, like, that kind of conversation you're getting together, and, like, people are drinking and smoking weed and whatever, but it's just, like, it's a kind of an awkward conversation because you don't really know anybody anymore. The show made me uncomfortable to watch. I didn't like it. And then they play this, like, game. I don't want to ruin this part for you, but they play this game that's, like, very science fiction supernaturally. But then it, like, I don't know. It's interesting because I was reading some reviews about it, and I kept on thinking about, I don't want to ruin it for anybody if you're going to watch it, but I'm kind of surprised that none of the reviews are discussing this at all in the context of what the show's about. They're talking about, like, they don't really discuss, like, variations of sexuality. They don't really discuss variations of gender, which they don't in the movie. If you watch the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, this is going over your head. But one of the things that's interesting that they don't talk about, there's a huge twist in the movie, by the way. But one of the things that they don't talk, and I didn't know the huge twist was going to happen, and as soon as it happened, I was like, damn. Alex goes, oh, I knew that was going to happen. I go, how did you know that was going to happen? He goes, how did you not know it was going to happen? But as I'm watching it, I'm thinking to myself, we're in 2024, like, even though it's a science fiction movie, like, I think they call it a thriller or horror, but it feels more science fiction-y to me. I'm kind of surprised we're not discussing consent. I don't know if anybody else watched it. Did anybody else have that feeling of thinking about consent? Anyway, so, like, I'm trying to, like, kind of not say what the movie's about with saying that. But we finished the movie, and I said to Alex, I said, I am so confused. I don't even know what happened. Like, I get what happened. I get what the movie was about. I understand it. I understand the concept. I understand what happened. But, like, I'm still confused at the end. Like, I don't understand what the purpose of the movie was. Like, I get it, but, like, it just kind of seems shock factor movie to me. I have a lot of feelings about it. I feel like there's a lot that's problematic with the movie if you want to really know the truth about how I feel about it. So anyway, and I said to Alex, I said, did you like it? And he goes, I liked it better after it was over because it was so confusing that it almost made sense. And I was like, okay, I don't even understand what you're saying. He just laughed. So he's like, well, I'm going upstairs. And I said, well, I'm going to lay down for a little bit. So he went upstairs, and I don't even know. Like, I think he was, did he put on a show? No, he was, like, looking at TikToks, and then that's when I laid down and took a nap. So then I got up, and so I would not recommend that movie. Unless you like weird stuff that you can't figure out. But I'll say this, honestly, like, half the movie was really, really boring. Like, the first half of the movie is them just, like, talking, and they're like, yeah, like, what do you do now? Oh, like, really? Like, I was like... Anyway. I didn't love it. At all. I didn't even like it. I mean, if I was ranking it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 2. I didn't even think the acting was that great. So, anyway, but that Alicia girl, she plays a completely different role in this movie than she plays like a social media influencer. She plays a completely different role in this movie than she did. Yeah. It was weird watching it because I guess it was a year ago that we were, because it was just Jesse and Fufu's anniversary, that we were in San Diego for their wedding. And so I was kind of like thinking about that because they were, you know, like hanging out with all their friends from college and stuff like that. So it kind of reminded me of that. And I was like, I don't know. But it was like this small group of people like the night before the wedding that you haven't seen in all these, like the group of people that you choose to hang out with the night before your wedding is people that you haven't seen since 8 years from college. Like, that doesn't even make sense. The whole premise of the movie doesn't even make sense. Anyway, you know what I just realized is, I think the guy that's getting married, I think he plays, if that's the case, it can't be. Is he in Loot with Maya Rudolph? It can't be that guy. Why do I feel like it's him? He sounds like him. What's that movie called? Loot. I'm gonna look up Loot cast. It's the guy that's the musician. Here it is. I think this guy's actually gay in real life. This O.T. I can't pronounce his last name. Wikipedia. Why do I think he's gay? I feel like I looked him up and then he has a partner. Oh, he was in Presumed Innocent too. Was he in that movie? He wasn't in that movie. It's not showing him in that movie. Oh, how to pronounce his name. Well, I'm not pulling that up tonight. We're not doing all that. Why do I feel like I looked him up? Is he in The Handmaid's Tale? Actor in The Handmaid's Tale. Yeah, because he's with the girl from The Handmaid's Tale. Somebody told me that she's, like, problematic, but I really like her in everything that she's in. I can't think of her name. It's not pulling it up. Wife married. Is he married to that girl? Handmaid's Tale star. O.T. loves Luke. And is he married to her in real life? Oh, he must. Okay, that can't be. Are they really married in real life? This is how I fall down the Google. Handmaid's Tale cast. What's her name? Elizabeth Moss. Spouse. She was married 2009, 2011. Personal life. Oh, she's a Scientologist. That's why people have issues with her. She said she was pregnant with her first child in 2024. They separated in June, which was finalized. Who is she married to? I don't even know this person. Elizabeth Moss, partner. Why does it not say? 2 years after... Okay, here she is. Elizabeth Moss confirmed she's pregnant with first child. She revealed it on Jimmy Kimmel Live. I don't watch that show. The 41-year-old actress... I thought she was younger than that. She looks good. Who's walking down the street? Oh, it's my lassie lady with my lady that didn't want to go to the pool by herself. They're friends now. Why is it? Okay, wait. Why does it not say who her boyfriend is? This is like a big secret or something? I don't know. If somebody knows, let me know. Couple goes. Maybe she's having a child on her own. She's sitting here. Definitely want to have kids because I've been very inspired by the kind of mother my mom is. She did a beautiful. Oh, I love that. And then she joked, and then I'll give the child to my mom and she can raise it because she'll do very well. So yeah. Oh, okay, I gotta get to the HOA drama. So I went out here today. One of my neighbors, her birthday was on Sunday, so I sang happy birthday. I said, I have something to say. She was walking by with her dog. This is the one whose husband has plantar whatever. That'll be good for 20 comments. Peter, I told you it's plantar fasciitis or whatever it is. I don't know, and I don't care. Until I get it myself, I don't know. But everybody's like, Peter, it's plantar. That's what her husband has. But she said he's getting better, so he'll be walking again soon. But anyway, so I knew it was her birthday on Sunday. So when she was out, she was talking to my neighbors because my neighbor across the street, the griller, he gives dog bones to all the dogs in the neighborhood, except for Boo Radley, because he has teeth, so he can't eat dog bones. But anyway, so he was giving her dog a dog bone, and so I saw her, and I, like, when I was taking Boo Radley out, and so I started singing, happy birthday to you. I did this whole birthday down. And then the gardener, she started singing too. And so it was all of us talking. And then this other woman that's on the HOA board came up, but it's like her last term. They put out who is like, okay, so the HOA president, she's stepping down, which was big news in the neighborhood. She's stepping down, okay? So I think next spring is her last term. You have to serve so much when you make the commitment unless you can't do it anymore. Like, you can't just go, I mean, I guess you could. Like, I quit and I'm not done. But you're supposed to do, like, so long, like a year or two or something like that. So next spring is her last term and she's not doing the board again. None of these people except for the one that's, like, the landscaping lady, she's like the only, and she's not even like nominating herself for like a bigger role. I don't really understand. Okay, I think this next election, we just like elect the people to be on the board. And the election after that, which is like a month or two later or something, I don't really understand. They send this huge packet of stuff in the mail. The election that's like a month or two after that is when we elect the positions or something like that. I don't know. I don't even know the people that are running to be on the board. There's like 2 people. There's like 4 positions that are stepping down and 2 people that want to be on the board. Let them. One of the guys has been like, he's like, I've served 4 terms on the board and I stepped down and I'd like to be back. And he's like, I have served 12 years on the board total. I'm like, well, you obviously know something about the board, so be on the board. But anyway, I said something to my neighbor the other day. I said jokingly again, like, you know, people always say I should run. She's like, don't do it. She was like, you'll be so miserable, Peter. She was like, do not do it. So anyway, this woman came along from the board. I don't really know this woman that well that's on the board. This one woman. And she's stepping down too, apparently. Well, this is how I found out. Because, so they have to keep a certain amount of reserves, like in the savings, in case something happens. So apparently, like, we're paying off the lake maintenance. They rebuilt all the walls around the lake several years ago. I mean, I guess this is the second time we've done the lakes is what I found out, okay? By the way, I walked down in my Peter Does Stuff video today. Did I already say this? I showed everything on the front porch to Mums and everything, and I walked down to show if the pool was still open or not. There was still water in there. That's on my Peter Does Stuff channel. But apparently, this is the second time. The first time that we did the lakes, we had to pay, like, it was like $1,200 twice that year or something. I can't remember how much it was. I have it written down somewhere inside. But it was for, like, lake maintenance. This time is for the walls, okay? Well, apparently, they have to keep so much reserve in case something happens to the walls or something about the walls. I don't know, but they have to keep like $500,000 like in this reserve, which is why the HOA fees continue to stay the same, even though there's not that much that's costing us stuff in there. Well, I didn't read through all these minutes that they're bringing, or all these notes that they're bringing to the annual meeting. I didn't read through them. I mean, it was literally like 50 pages, 60 pages. So I didn't read through all of it. My neighbor did. And so she says to the woman that's walking by, like, we're sitting there, you know, hanging birthday, and she's singing happy birthday to this other woman, and she sees this woman walk by from the board, and she kind of stopped for a second. She goes, hey, I've got a question for you. Is it true that they're raising our HOA fees $30? And the woman just looked at her and she goes, where did you hear that? Well, my neighbor in the corner told me. She was like, because it was like, she's 1 meeting left, it's the annual meeting, and then she's done. And she was like, they're talking about raising the HOA fees because of the lakes, and they're raising it considerably. Like, it was $13 they raised the last time, but they hadn't raised it in like 2 or 3 years. But this time they're raising it like by $30 or $35. Which, you know, it doesn't sound like a lot over time, but like, it's like a $10 service fee to pay it through this like online, and then it's like, this is really $40 a month, you know? I mean, you're talking about almost $500 extra a year is what you're talking about. I mean, it does become a lot for a lot of these people in here, that it's like, I don't want all these extra expenses. This is why I moved in this neighborhood. So she said, where did you hear about that? And she goes, well, I read it through the notes. And she goes, and they didn't announce it anywhere else, but they put it in the notes that like projected HOA fee increase for like, it's going to go. So right now we're at $465. It ends up being $475 with the $9.99 thing that you have to pay for online. So $465, it's going to go to $499 is what it's going to go to, I think. So $34 increase. And she was like, I saw it in the notes. I read through all the notes and it said $499. And she goes, this is my last term on the board. And she kept on walking. Well, that was like a huge issue. So she walked off. She wouldn't even answer her directly. My neighbor just was standing there with the hose in her hand. So she turned to the other woman, who I call my favorite neighbor. And she was like, I heard that they're raising the HOA fees too. And I said, why are we the last ones hearing about it? Like, we don't vote on the HOA fees. Like, we vote on who the members are going to be. We vote on this. She's like, you vote on who the members are going to be on the HOA board. And then you, like, then they're the ones that raise the rates and whatever. And I said, okay. I mean, $30 is $30. But if it's $30 every year for the next 10 years, I mean, like, then it is becoming a little bit outrageous. My cousin Caroline told me, she told me this multiple times. She's like, for what you get in this neighborhood. And I mean, a lot of people are like, I know when I say this in videos, people always say to me, or I get some comments, and I know you guys are just looking out for me, and I appreciate it. But people will be like, Peter, they're doing something with that money. They're not doing anything with this money. The people that live in my neighborhood are very, very legit, okay? There's literally, like, they send out documentation where every dollar and cent goes. I mean, I have the whole thing. It'll show, like, they sent $1.06 to, like, the gas company. I mean, it's like they show where every cent goes. They have to. It's legal. They have to. And so we have all of that information. So they're not screwing us, but they have to keep these reserves in there. So that's why they have to raise the money to keep the reserves in there till the walls are paid off. So it's not just going to be a $30 increase this year. It could be a $30 increase for the next 3 years because the walls are not paid off for the next 3 years. So that's why people are pissed about it. So then my neighbor, my favorite walker, was trying to explain it to her. And she's like, well, this is why the rates are going up. And she's like, well, if we had known that when we moved in here that they were going to raise the rates this often, we wouldn't have moved in here. Oh, this is what I was going to say. My cousin Caroline told me, she said, because you know she's a realtor, and she was like, for what you guys get in your neighborhood, she's like, I said, like, snow removal, if they don't ever come and remove snow, because they eventually do. And she said, when they do your walkways, they do the driveways, they do everything. It's not just the streets, but they wait until the very last snow falls, which is true. But the outside streets are sometimes plowed, and they don't plow us. But she's like, but you have tennis courts. It's beautiful in here. The maintenance is beautiful in here. You have tennis courts. You have a swimming pool. She was like, they maintain all of that. She was like, everything on the outside. So everything on the outside of the condo, like the wall, the paints, the roof, everything. And anything from the outside is their responsibility. Like the patio, everything like that. So anything that would happen to the outside, like if the tree falls, they're responsible for that. They're all, like, they have to have insurance over the HOA to cover all that. So anything that happens to the outside of your house, she's like, a lot of HOAs for condos, she's like, definitely houses, because there's a difference. Like condo HOAs you usually pay every month. But for like housing HOAs, you pay like once a year. Like where Caroline lives, she's in an HOA, but they only pay it once a year, and it's minimal because it's like to keep up the pool or something like that. But she's like, you actually get a lot compared to a lot of condo neighborhoods. And I was like, okay, well, we pay a lot. She goes, but you're pretty on par for a lot of neighborhoods like you, that you get actually more than a lot of people are paying similar to you, and they don't have like a tennis court and a swimming pool. And she was like, so even though you don't use a tennis court, she was like, it's maintained beautifully in here. And she was like, as a realtor, she was like, I think your HOA fees, even though they seem outrageous, they're pretty realistic compared to like the housing range of your neighborhoods. So I don't know, you know, I mean, $30 is $30. I'm not going to bitch them out about $30. But people are really, really upset about it in the neighborhood. So that's the HOA drama that's going on. And I'll give you more because the battery is flashing red. So I need to get off here. I'm going to go get this vlog uploaded, and it's getting dark. So I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Wednesday. There was no Cousin Fun Day today because Caroline's been really busy this week. So she let me know on Sunday we weren't getting together today. So just filmed a bunch of videos and hung around here tonight, TV, and all that. So I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Wednesday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!